Sonia. Welcome back to my show, Living the Creative Life. Today, I'm gonna use my time right now sitting in my studio to make and create and to have a session with you guys. I got some free junk. Just a metal sign, and it's pretty darn cool, right? So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to take something very simple and very small and incorporate it into a piece that feels a little bit bigger versus simplistic. It's small, a little bit more grand. And I'm gonna show you how I do my famous weathered look. But today we're gonna have fun with some fun colors in that weathered look mix. This sign is pretty small, right? Pretty darn small. And a lot of times we find little pieces of junk like this on our travels and you're like, that's really cute, but what could I do with it? Enter the world of layering. The moment you put a small sign like this on a bigger piece of wood, whatever you want this to be, all of a sudden it now has a much bigger, grander feel. And that is why you should never overlook little pieces of junk like this. First up, we're gonna turn on our glue gun here. I'm gonna go with my black velvet. I'm also gonna go with my Sweet Sunset right here, which is a beautiful, you'll see it in just a second. It's just a beautiful coral color. Would you have thought I would have added this color in or not? We're gonna go with our mouse in the house. All right, let's put a little bit of those three colors out that we just mentioned. Just start with a blob of each. Of course, I'm using our chalky style paint, which sticks to pretty much anything under the sun. Grabbing for one of my shabby chip brushes. Yes, as you can tell, I get that question a lot. Do you use these brushes over and over again? I use them till the cows come home. And take our brush and dab into a little bit of the gray, a little bit of this Sweet Sunset, and a little bit of the black. Because when you do a wet blend, they will also make colors of their own. Now what we're gonna do is go ahead and move our brush across the plank. And you're gonna be able to see as soon as you start, this is kind of like one of those processes that only when you start that you see how your colors are laying down. And you can go back and you can grab a little bit more of that Sweet Sunset if that's the color that you wanna see more of. But the most important thing is you're doing this while it's wet. You want to get your lines as straight as possible. Just make sure, two quick tips, just make sure that when you're adding your paint colors that you're doing it while your paint is still wet to get this look. Number two, do not overwork your wet paint. Have you ever seen, like, you know, all your brushes go into a mason jar full of water, and when you dump it out it's completely gray? It just completely grays out and washes out anything. So everything just turns to gray, blah. All right, so if you want to keep your colors vibrant, just make sure you don't overblend your paint. Go ahead and give this a real nice sand over at this point. Our paint's dry to a nice, flat, vintage, matte look. Boom, instant, time worn. Okay, I ran and got some painter's tape real quick, and yes, while that in itself is super cute, I'm really feeling like I need to frame this. I'm really needing to fill out all this blank, wide open space. So this is the part where you can measure it off if you want. See what I'm doing right here? Measure it off if you want, but for me, I'm just gonna eyeball it and go with it. All right, into the black velvet we go to match the words. Let's just give it a quick brush over on either end. Go ahead, peel these edges off. I'm gonna take it a little bit further. Those are my edges. Next up, let's go ahead and give ourselves some edging across the top. Same thing, so I'm doing about maybe an inch. Into our paint we go. We're ready to go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off, so to speak. Ooh, very nice. And number two, all of a sudden that little tiny sign now feels like it has a home. Like this is where it belongs, right? It really fills out the edge and it's not looking blank and unfinished. Instead, I've got a beautiful professional sign. All the supplies that I use here, just head over to junkmonkeypaint.com. You'll see links to my favorite stencil shop. You will see links to my favorite things, including that heat gun I just used, as well as all the paint supplies that I use in my videos here. Go ahead and distress those edges like we said. But I don't have to put a sealer on top of this, but in looking at my love sign, it just feels a little bit more shiny. And so I want the backdrop to match this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a nice coat of our banana peel poly, which is our super duper protector. It's like banana peel, okay? It protects, it goes over the top, it sinks into your project, but also forms a nice outer coating so that way it keeps your sign nice and protected. You always wanna stir up your banana peel. It's gonna look a little bit milky. That is your guide, so you know what you have polyed and what you have not. A nice, just one single light coat is all we need on here, and And you guessed it, it dries clear. And we are dry. Look how nice that looks. Imagine if that was your tabletop. Could you picture your table with nice, beautiful black velvet legs and a gorgeous weathered top? You can do this effect on anything that you want. Take a note as to where the metal will touch and put the glue on there. Let's help it make contact for a second. So guys, while this is drying, real quick for the final reveal, let me know, what did you think of this project? Did it give you guys ideas and hopefully help you out when you're designing pieces of your own, custom pieces that never existed before? And if we really want to get extra special, a little extra something something, we could go into our mouse in the house, which is one of the colors we used, and we could add a little bit of the mouse in the house somewhere else, again, just to balance it out. The eyeliner effect is what we affectionately termed it here at the Junk Monkey. It's like putting your winged eyeliner on. You can put as much as you want on. You don't get as crazy with the cheese whiz as you want. A free cutout that was gifted to me in a box of junk. I didn't have to find vinyl to cut this. I didn't have to learn how to cut this. I didn't have to stencil this on. I didn't have to do anything. It's already beautiful, but I had to give it a nice backdrop. And now it is a beautiful sign that would look gorgeous in somebody's home. All I know is that it is your turn to go and make one. And be sure to post your pictures in our free Junk Monkey sharing group. It's on Facebook. Just type in the search bar, Junk Monkey Paint Projects, and you'll find it right there. Currently, there's over 5,000 of us Junk Monkeys in there, so come in, join us for some inspiration. And you guys know this is a daily show, which means I will be back tomorrow. See you guys then. Bye.